Rising levels of atmospheric greenhouse gases are a direct result of human activities such as burning fuels, and increases are causing significant and severe climate changes such as global warming, loss of sea ice, sea level rising, and stronger storms, as well as more droughts.
And I believe that climate change is more directly linked to natural occurrences such as volcanoes, tectonic plates shifting, orbital changes, the El Nino, like ocean currents, and other things like that.
Okay, but the average temperatures have climbed to 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit around the world since 1880. Much of it has been in recent decades, according to NASA. So, why else could it be?
But a lot of the studies that point to the fact that we're the main cause of climate change aren't conducted properly or are sometimes inconclusive. They're not always completely 100% accurate. Whereas we know for a fact that volcanoes are emitting CO2 gas, and we know for a fact that like the water is getting warmer because of the currents, and we know that like our orbit changes, and like a slight change over the course of a couple thousand years can change the temperature by a couple degrees and stuff like that. We know that as facts.
But there are also several thousand factories and cars traveling around each and every day, emitting several gases into the atmosphere.
Yes, of course, but they're not the main cause of it.
But it also causes air pollution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
And the only one of mine that would be doing that would be like volcanoes.
Okay, but scientists have discovered that air pollution from burning fossil fuels causes acidic rain. And from that acidic rain, it comes down onto the soil with a lot of nitrogen and sulfur dioxide, which basically ruins our soil. And basically messes up our plants because that's what they feed on, acidic rain.
Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that we're not helping climate change. We're not making it worse. I'm not saying that because we are, but I'm saying that the main reason for the temperature rising and the ocean levels rising and the ice melting is due to naturally occurring events, like the El Nino effect is making the waters warmer every year in South America and leaving North America with more storms and colder weather.
What about the oil spills?
Well, those don't help.
Exactly, and they're by humans ruining the ocean.
Yeah, but the ocean currents are what's moving the oil around.
Coral reefs are dying because of humans and what they spill.
Yes.
And basically the acidic rain. And also the cutting down of rainforests. So
yeah.
with the loss of trees, which basically recycle CO2, and with a lot of CO2 coming into our atmosphere, and with those trees being lost, it's not doing us any good.
I'm not saying that you're wrong, because you're right. I'm just saying that the things I've listed have more of an effect on the climate than anything we can do as people.
Well, if we take away what we're doing and just leave it to nature, like by what nature's doing, then the rate would possibly decrease.
But it would still be happening by a lot.
Yes, but slower. We're increasing the rate of climate change and global warming.
Yeah, of course. But naturally occurring events are doing much of the heavy lifting.
Yes, but us burning down coal and using oil and gases rises atmospheric emissions. So what else could be rising emissions?
What else could be rising emissions? I already mentioned like our tilt changed a couple of degrees.
Well, what does that have to do with anything?
It has to do with everything, because then that changes the amount of time that our orbit has changed as well, which changes the amount of time we're closer to the sun than we are farther away, which can make us warmer. And fluctuations in the amount of solar radiation we're receiving can increase the temperature also, which if our orbit changes, then that changes as well. And then the ocean currents are moving the warmer waters.
Do you have any other facts besides that?
Those are the only ones I
Because
need.
Montana's Glacier National Park now only has 27 glaciers versus 150 in 1910. Why are they melting?
Because
Greenhouse gases.
Yeah, given off by volcanoes and other such.
No.
things.
No. There are a lot more cars than there
And-
are volcanoes.
and the release
and
of-
we are with those exhaust fumes.
And
They're
the
not